All right, we are about to dive into one of the most baffling, just truly fascinating puzzles in all of human biology. I'm talking about a phenomenon so incredibly rare, it really pushes the limits of what we thought was even possible for the human body.
So let me ask you this question straight up. Can you get pregnant when you're already pregnant? I mean, everything we know, our intuition, our biology, tells us the answer should be a hard no. But, well, the truth is a whole lot weirder and, frankly, way more incredible than that.
To really get your head around how strange this is, think about it like this. Imagine you have a guest over, right? So you lock the front door, you deadbolt it, you put the chain on, and then somehow a second guest just appears inside the house with you. That is the level of biological paradox we're about to unpack.
So what on earth is this medical mystery called? Well, we're talking about something known as superfation.
Okay, so superfetation, in simple terms, is when a brand new second pregnancy starts in someone who is already pregnant. And let's be super clear, this is not just two eggs getting fertilized at the same time. Nope. This is a completely separate pregnancy that kicks off weeks or maybe even a month after the first one is already developing.
The result of this is you have two fetuses growing in the same womb, but they're at totally different stages of development. It means they aren't twins. It's kind of like having one kid who's already in 4th grade sharing a room with another kid who's just starting nursery. They're in the same space, sure, but they're on completely different timelines.
Now, it's really easy to get this mixed up with another pretty rare phenomenon. So let's take a second to clear up the difference between superfetation and something else called superfecundation. It's a key distinction.
So, it all comes down to timing. With superfecundation, you have two different eggs from the same cycle that get fertilized at roughly the same time, and that gives you fraternal twins. But with superfetation, a whole new cycle has to start after a pregnancy is already underway. And that's what creates two babies of different ages, and that's what makes it a biological near impossibility.
So you have to be asking, how in the world could this even happen? I mean, pregnancy is designed with all these built-in safety features to stop this exact thing from occurring. For superfetation to happen, it's not one, not two, but three of these biological firewalls that have to fail, one right after the other. Okay, so first, pregnancy hormones are supposed to slam the brakes on ovulation. Completely, that whole system has to fail. Second, the cervix creates this thick mucus plug. It's basically a locked gate designed to block any sperm from getting through. That gate has to somehow be opened. And finally, even if all that happens, the uterus is already occupied and hormonally not ready for a second tenant. The body would have to, against all odds, get a new spot ready. I mean, each one of these steps on its own is a massive long shot. You know, when you think about all three of those incredibly unlikely things having to happen in just the right sequence, you start to see why people look at superfetation less like a medical oddity and more like a flat-out biological miracle.
It really is. It's the perfect biological metaphor. It's like lightning striking the same place twice. The conditions have to be so uniquely perfect, defying the body's own incredibly powerful built-in rules.
Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of the big takeaways here. 1. Superfetation is a second pregnancy starting while another one is already going. 2. It is absolutely not the same as having fraternal twins. 3. It needs a whole cascade of 3 super improbable biological events to happen. And 4. It is, without a doubt, one of the rarest things ever documented in human reproduction. And that kind of leaves us with one final mind-bending thought. You know, we think we have a pretty good handle on how our bodies work, but then something like superfetation comes along and shows us that there's still these deep, profound mysteries hiding in our own biology. It just makes you wonder, if our bodies can do this, what other secrets are they still keeping from us?